It's a nice little rain day here. The corn is happy. Open the shop up. Leave the fans off so it's quiet. It's very, very nice. It's hot in the shop though. We work on engines, trucks, taking things apart. But sometimes we're working on the procedure of taking trucks apart. Granite is arguably flat, right? Okay, so I press down on the connecting rod right here. I need feeler gauges. When I press down, I want this rod to go down and seat on something. It's pretty good. Right there, I should be able to hog down on the top of that rod and it not move. Just a slight fraction of deflection. I kind of want it to bow down and touch it. Looks like 207 thousandths. Some of these numbers I'm not entirely happy with, so I'm sitting here now debating. Not even debating, I'm just actually more like pouting, because I got at least gonna yank 2 rods and pistons back out, at least. And then we'll see how picky we get, because I think it's the best way that we're gonna be able to fine tune what protrusion. Here are the numbers we're working with. Number 7, 32, and 31. So that's pretty good, a little low. 36 and 33. The height is a lot better, but it's obviously 3 thousandths out. That one is, I mean, that's gonna be 27 right there. That's low. That's way low. That's hopefully, well, that's low. 40 and 37, that little bastard's high. So that one needs to be redone too. I actually pushed that too far. I pushed that too far. I did not push that far enough. And this is the last one that I did. The very last one last night, and I was actually shooting for a protrusion of 33. Actually 30, no, 33 was original before we did bushings. And I would have liked to have gotten a 33, but the pilot is just a hair short. We're about 3 thousandths short. So this, I was going for 30, so you can see I actually pushed it about 1.5 thousandths. Yeah, so I like that one. That one's pretty freaking good. Gives us plenty of room. I mean, we could have been a little higher, but it's not detrimental. Okay, now we got 37 and 32, which, you know, by the time you get to the center of that, it's about 34 and a half, 35, right at the top of the spec. Okay, right here we got 29 and 32. You know, so we're at 31 probably, something like that. 30 was the number that what I thought I could hit was about 30. Should have been it. We're pretty close on this one right here, but we're still a little out. Once again, I did not press down on the rod long enough. If you notice, it's longer on this side than this side, which means it was up, and it was, yeah, because of all the testing we did on number 8 back in older videos. 26 and 30, you know, we're at 28 there, hair low, 2 thousandths below what my target was. Okay. This one's coming out. We're not riding at a 23 and a half thousandths. That's too low. So this one is definitely coming out. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So definitely this one, and definitely the 40. So the way too low and the way too high both got to come out. And then I just got to weigh on what I feel about 27. You know, and then, I mean, we got 34 there, 34 and a half, pretty much 35, 31 and a half. Yeah, so I'm debating on the 27. I mean, 27 and 31, I mean, we're 3 thousandths away from each other. How, you know, it's more psychological because it's down in the 20s. You know, like this one right here, 26 and 30, we're at 28. So with 28, that one over there is 27. So if we leave the 27, we can leave the 28. It'll kind of off match a little bit with each other because we got a fraction low down in the high 20s, and then most of the other ones are in the low 30s, except that one. Like that, yeah. This one, 30 and a half. Okay, so it's 3.5 thousandths off of that one, okay. And that one is 35, so that's the high one. Okay, that's another one that we gotta decide if I wanna bring it back down, but 35 is a good high for this one. You know, so on both sides, we kind of have, then this is just for this one as I'm fine tuning, and this ain't gonna freaking matter as long as they're within a couple thousand. But my opinion is if we can get them, the piston to more relax flush, then when the piston's going up, I would rather use all of the combustion to push the piston straight down rather than losing a little bit because as the piston goes up and compression happens, it will automatically center it. But we would like to harness all of the energy from the combustion. So when the piston's going up, I would like to use all the energy to push the piston straight down rather than a little bit of lost energy is spent centering up the piston. You lose some energy there centering up, and then combustion happens, it's already centered. If it was relaxed, then more of that pressure could be harnessed pushing the initial piston down rather than centering up the piston. I don't see anybody fine-tuning where the piston is at inside of the cylinder at top dead center. I don't see anybody giving a damn except us. You should have oiled underneath where the mains are before you tighten them. And that always has little oil trails right here along the upper oil pan. So we'll go around and I've already brake cleaned and cleaned it. And this is the place where you do the surface prep pads, I guess, and I haven't really used them, but I'm not opposed to them. They're just expensive as all get out, and you can't justify the cost. So make sure all the oil's gone, and then we'll go around and I'll knock the lint off. So and then a lot of times if you knock the lint off, it'll make more oil go on, and you're just back to where you were. But it's crucial for not having it leak oil all over the damn place. Oil pan on. It's all sealed. You could probably expect about the same amount oozed out on the inside that we got on the outside, which is almost none. Just enough though. Okay, camera crank sensors. New from Ford, obviously. There you go. These are Dan's deck surfaces. Short blocks in. I got torque converter. Everything's done underneath. Engine mounts, transmission mount, bell housing, torque converter goes under there. Deck surfaces are all clean. D-lint. Surface manifold sides. We are putting the heads on. Right freaking now. The vision wheel is here for the Excursion. We now have our matching wheel and got our tire just sitting right there waiting. It's been waiting, so we gotta get it done. Holy freaking crap, look at that, guys. That is this bracket right here. This bracket goes there and it was rubbing. This is mounted to the ground stud. All right. And it was, I mean, you're about to have a very effective welder right there. Damn. So I filled it with heater hose. Cut a piece of heater hose and I'm gonna tape it up in there. So I learned my lesson on harnesses on Eric's to untape everything. I mean, that was there, but I barely pushed on it. Right out. Yeah. Don't use these connectors either. Come on now. Really? So we took off in the manual 450 and went to the ag service. Look what we got. Got us a whole crap ton of totes. Haha. Yeah. It's freaking awesome. So we got a crap load of them. Who knows what we use them all for? Lots and lots. Put engines in them, put parts in them. Hell, all kinds of stuff. Guys, I am not gonna lie. These rod bushings have got me a little kind of on boycott of the building, of the shop. We've been doing blocks and we've been doing all kinds of stuff outside. And I mean, the engine is sitting right there. It's all pretty, but you know, I want them freaking good.